the early years, how would you describe the vision and mission of STiR?
Thanks, Girish. So as I mentioned, we started off really trying to find and spread these micro-innovations from teachers. And we did that search in Delhi that we talked about. But what we realized, we'd sort of confused the baby in the bathwater. And this wasn't some great insight. It came from teachers calling us up in the office in Delhi saying, look, I know my idea was or wasn't accepted, but you've ignited in me something I haven't felt for a long time. I remembered why I became a teacher in the first place. And we were getting so many calls, we thought, we have to do something. We hired a rickety old wedding hall on the outskirts of Delhi, invited the roughly 400 teachers we've been interacting with to the beginnings of a network meeting. And we took bets that day of how many we thought would show up. So I remember, I think I bet 80, it was my estimate. About 340 showed up that day.
Excellent.
Yeah, it was 45 degrees, a big test match on between India and England and so on. But they all came, and I think it really made us realize that, if you think of an education system, we've planted more and more seeds. Reading programs, numeracy, curriculum, etc. But the soil was not fertile. If we can get teachers energized and feel that sense of intrinsic motivation, many great things could happen.
Can you explain a little bit about intrinsic motivation, why that was so core to what STiR does?
Yeah, so I think really this idea that I think a lot of thinking on teachers have been, why don't we just create more and more carrots and sticks, or biometrically fingerprinting teachers, or giving them bonuses for doing things. And our belief in learning was that actually we had to really start from within and help them feel deeply self-motivated. And the concepts we started to think about from the research we started to read was around these ideas around purpose. So could teachers really reconnect the purpose of their work in helping children get to places they wouldn't have got to otherwise? And of course, teaching is inherently purposeful, but education systems have been set up in a way that sort of destroys that purpose and that sense of purpose. A second area is autonomy. So many teachers, they felt they couldn't change things in their classroom, but in fact they had a lot of control and influence, and we tried to help them see that through the network meetings we started to build. The third area was around mastery, and not just mastery of teaching themselves, but also things around how to collaborate with others, how to really inspire and motivate the children themselves to engage in learning. So that became the direction, we're taking these ideas of purpose, autonomy and mastery, and making that the core of the intrinsic motivation approach.